What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're doing a comic book review of The Scorched, issue number 20. This is with a Horsemen vs Scorched, a battle for humanity's fate. Brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. So previously on The Scorched, the planet eaters are walking the earth and turning humanity against itself. So in New Mexico, outside a military base where the local citizens have increased their protesting, an online forum belonging to the followers of Senator Terminus has begun making claims the government is hiding the proof that other beings exist beyond our world. Amongst the group, Terminus himself appears. Bro, from the last issue ain't slowing down. He is one of the planet eaters, and he tells his people, your government lies to you. Every day they think you're idiots, unable to grasp how their system functions, how it works against you. They need you to be ignorant. It's how they control you, telling you they'll keep you safe. Well, you're not. Yo, bro, why you gotta be so relatable right now? So as he takes over and mind controls these people, they now need to take down the fence, and to destroy a planet like a cancer, you make it so the host is so overwhelmed it begins to collapse internally, and these people go ham and they go crazy like jackals as they rush to the SWAT team. And in time, as the hosts take over being so overwhelmed, the entire host will die out despite how hard it fights back. So they have to get word to the tower. As he got word to the tower, it's the end of that, bro. Too late. So Terminus has set himself up as an outsider, a politician working against the gatekeepers, because governments have made those people so dissatisfied they're willing to go to war for what they believe to be true, even if it isn't. The mob overtakes the forces, commandeering weapons. All this destruction, all this mayhem, all has to do with Terminus's bidding. The planet eaters sent magical beings to Earth to prep the planet for its extinction. Humans called them saints, then martyred them into the most gruesome of ways. But today, nah, bruh. Terminus has come to take what rightfully belongs to his brethren. This guy holds the spirit of Longinus, the saint who delivered the killing blow to Jesus. But before he can deliver that blow, unfortunately for the guard, he's unable to detect the sudden slip Terminus has magically made behind him. And Terminus picks him up from behind, lifts him up, crunches his head. You're not worthy enough to wield my spear. We came to Earth to show you the majesty of what you could become, but greed seems to be all that drives you humans. You murder the saints we sent. Who'll protect you now? Well, silence grips the airs, and guess what? Falling from the sky, the heroes have a personal vendetta against Terminus. They've been tortured before. They know what it's like to be disregarded as life as nothing more than a mere commodity. But they also know that this enemy took the life of their fellow warrior, Spawn, and they all mean to avenge her. So you know what? Let's get it. Redeemer's like, well, did we kill the people? And Medieval Spawn's like, no, both sides have been tricked. So Medieval's action incapacitates the rioters, the crowd, thus creating an opening path for Monolith and Spawn to pass through. But back inside, Terminus, as a warm-up, makes quick work of the guards. He goes to work and he's all good, like, hey man, this is just an appetizer. Now I'm ready for the main thing, because he knows the main event is yet to come. Monolith, desperate to slow down this invasion, merely hopes to create a diversion by throwing a rock at him. But Terminus barely reacts as he shatters the flying object into a dozen pieces. And Monolith is like, you should have came here alone. Who said I was alone? As, Terminus wraps his tentacles and symbiote around Monolith. But struck by the ease with which Monolith is being handled, Spawn has to press his advantage now. As rage boils within Terminus, a pentagram forms around his eye, a blast filled with the cosmos. Energy batters Spawn and puts him back because he don't know him like that. But Monolith was playing possum, waiting for his enemy to let up for a brief moment, making him pay for that moment of weakness. These planet eaters have devoured enough, and Monolith doesn't just want to stop them, he wants to destroy them. And that obsessive bloodlust is fortunately shared by others like Spawn. He goes in and lays a haymaker of his own. But Terminus still seems unaffected by it all. That's what grand power does. It gives you the confidence that borders on the edge of delusion. Like the Hellspawns, Terminus is also the first of his kind, and thus one of the most powerful too. So Terminus expels the depths of time and space pouring from his mouth, pouring it all over the protesters, his followers. They in turn feel it in their veins, not just rage, but power, supernatural power. As medieval spawns enters the fray, they're all surrounded by what? We don't know, but they got more power. Is it vampire? Is it monster? I don't know what kind of doom they're about to face, but they're about to face some doom right now. Meanwhile, Terminus weakened in ways he's never felt before because he had expelled all that power and spread the love, so to speak. He's gathered the spirit of Longinus and now plans to make his escape. But he couldn't have factored every possibility because Monolith, a 9-foot monstrosity, a creature whose own world was once devoured, and Terminus tells Monolith this planet will fall like yours did. Monolith's grips begin to crumble the craft. And guess what? Terminus has to let out the deviant. It's time. So that deviant he took control of in the last issue, it's time. And the deviant tells him, you need to learn your place. So darkness seeps into Monolith's being, compromising its natural functions as he struggles to maintain control of his own body until one hand has to let go. The helicopter, hundreds of feet from the ground, lurches, shaking loose his other hand. Monolith falls down, his mind on fire. He envisions Earth exploding, the cosmos folding in upon itself, and the dead zones. And he thinks everything is doomed, that nothing in the end will survive. This is all going down, and this battle is not looking good for the Hellspawns. So meanwhile in Oregon, near the childhood home where She-Spawn once lived, She-Spawn's daughter runs into the woods and tells Grandma that there's something out there, and Grandma's like, nah, that ain't true. And the girl's like, Grandma, I promise, something's moving around the woods. I get this eerie feel that we all know what it is, but you know what? Grandma looks at the trees, and when she looks up, the trees, they're singed like a fire burnt a hole through them. She's nearly 70 years old, but in all her life, Sarah Langston has never seen such an odd sight or smelled such a repugnant odor. But aspect chilled to the bone, she knows something is wrong. Go back to the house. But, says the daughter, no, don't argue with it, just go. Don't scold the child, Sarah says She-Spawn. After all, we both know how free-spirited her mother was. She-Spawn, or is it just a caprice? But at the same time, is it or isn't it? A fire burns within her from beyond, a grave that's causing her to change with every breath she takes, change into something new and something dangerous. But the question is, dangerous to who? We don't know, as the pentagram around her eye is formed, and we know Terminus has everything and anything to do with it. And that is the end of this issue of The Scorched, issue number 20. You know, once again, I had a blast reading this comic. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. I have no idea where this is going to go, but now that the Hellspawns have teamed up and they actually are facing someone that could give them a run for their money, and it's not looking good and the odds are stacked against them, let's see how this all plays out in the end. And come on now, we need Gunslinger Spawn back in the fray too. So with all that being said, link in description if you wish to purchase this comic book and or some of our other Rated Comics exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. Lastly, this review is sponsored by coffee because I do these reviews early in the morning before my kids go to school or daycare. So if you'd like to buy a boy a cup of coffee, link in description or donate to the Super Thanks. But the greatest compliment you guys can do is by liking this video and subscribing to Rated Comics YouTube channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.